All right, it is time. So thank you everyone for being on here and being on time. We're going to get started to respect your time. All right, today we have a Valentine's themed meeting. All right, we're going to start off with receiving. This year we have processed 270 purchase orders. We have 130 that are still open, meaning that there might be some things that were delayed and it was partially received on, but 26 teachers have not done the receiving. So please check on that and make sure you're doing your receiving so that we don't lose our vendors because they don't get paid until we do that receiving. Let's see, Flex, I don't know where my title went. Oh, I guess it went on. There we go. So for Flex this year, we're almost coming to the end. Everything that's through Art of Education or our asynchronous visual arts classes, those are going to be due on March 31st. The courses are not showing up by the sorting with fine arts all the time and Eduphoria. So please check ARPI. We do have courses still on both of the Flex days, the February date, and then there's one in March as well. So we have 2 more days that you're off that we are offering Flex courses if you don't have any, if you're missing some content. You need 18 content this year and 12 teachers selected. And if you'd like to use something from like an outside company, you're going to, you can use that link or just go to the professional learning department on the site, on the Fort Worth ISD site. And there's a page to submit your Flex for approval. All right.
Last 2.
Big Art Day is coming up on March 2nd. Please register your events. Remember, events can be as small as like having a day where you guys are doing sidewalk chalk or, you know, some type of event in the school or a show. It does not actually have to be on March 2nd, but we need to have them registered by March 2nd. And then we'll also need to take photos so that we can collect those. It's part of what we turn in to be recognized as a district of distinction again. So if you haven't signed up for that, please do so. All right, let's get to you guys. All right, we are in the middle of Teams right now. So you have until tomorrow for that add delete deadline. That is the total number of entries that you're going to be entering. So it's not just, then you can adjust which students or, you know, names and the art and that sort of things, but it's going to be your total number. Let's see. And then after that, you have till the 17th to edit those. So all entries have to have the correct information and be complete by that time. Okay, you are not going to need to print your invoice and send it to the art office. I can print all of them for the whole district. And so you don't need to send that to us. Please do not pay for your entries yourself. We have budgeted for 10 entries per school, but we're not going to be able to pay for additional entries beyond that. So if your campus agreed to pay for more, we can split that, but we can do 10 per school. And then the 24th is your student data and entry certification deadline. And everything is still virtual. So you're not sending anything in, you're just uploading photos and helping students with the written part of that. All right, your elementary show is coming up. For group 1, those slides are due March 24th. Remember, you have to have the slides in to be able to participate in the in-person. So March 24th for the slides, and then your setup dates are March 31st and April 6th with the reception on April 10th. And we have detailed information on everything you need to do with the art show on pages 31 through 46 in the art handbook. For group 2, your Google Slides are due April 19th. Your setup dates are April 26th and 27th. On the 28th, you send out the letter, and on the 4th is the reception. And that is actually all we have for, if I can get out. So what questions do you have?
I have a question.
Yes.
I have a canvas that 3 girls in 5th grade have been working on. Can I submit that to the art show?
Yes, just list all 3 names.
All 3 names?
But that will count as 3, because we, remember you only have enough ribbons for, what was our limit on that?
20, I thought you said.
Have to look up. I don't know off the top of my head, but so it'll count as those 3 though, because we only have ribbons ordered for that many people.
Oh, so you're saying that if I put like the canvas in, it'll have to count as 3 kids. You know what?
Yeah.
On second thought, that's okay.
Okay, so yes, it's 25. So if that's a larger artwork, that probably will work.
It's not too large. It's this right here.
Okay. All right. So then you might have some bigger things. So, but that's how many ribbons you get. So if you're going to have group pieces, then that will count for those, you know, part of that 25.
I asked them.
Okay. All right. Other questions?
I got a question. I don't know if you.
Gretchen?
Hi.
Hi.
Could you hear me?
Can I
Could you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I got a question regarding about the art education, the website that we can have some flats. How can I enter and use that flats?
Let me show you. Let's see. So you are going to go. It covers up my. So you're going to go to the VPA Faculty Command Center.
Okay.
And over here where it says Flex, you're going to click on Flex.
Mm-hmm.
It says Art of Education Flex Submission Form.
Okay.
You're going to click that and you're going to upload it there.
Okay. But the question is, because I need to finish my flats.
Okay.
And I was checking which one is the flats that I can apply. So before the due date. And I was wondering if I can use my flats in with that program. I don't know.
Yes, that counts as long as it's not Media Techniques, you can use Art of Ed for your content flex.
Okay, so how can I have access to that site?
So if you don't have access on it this year, then you will rotate it out. So because we only have 127 of the pro, so we rotate who has that. So if you don't have that this year, you are welcome to pay for a month of it yourself and you can still use it, or you can come to our flex days that we have coming up.
Okay, but I don't know if I have access or no. How can I check that?
Go to the site and see if you can get in. But everyone has access to Flex, which is their curriculum, but not everyone has access to Pro.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Isabel, did you have a question?
That looks good against that black.
Tiffany.
Yes.
I did all of my hours and I believe I submitted it like the form you just showed, but it's not showing in here. So do I need to email someone or what do I need to do?
Jamie has a lot of tasks and she only updates this monthly. So unless it's been over a month, don't email her. And then I'll let you know in April when everything's updated. So if there's something missing, you can let her know after that.
All of my hours were completed in the first semester.
Okay, so if you put them in, so you have to still, so you submitted them on the form?
And I have the downloaded certificate. Do I need to resubmit it so she can have it, or?
Did you, let's see, they're not showing up in your portfolio in Strive?
No, I just see the professional days at IM Terrell and other things, but I don't see what I've done in art or pro or ed, whatever the thing is.
All right, well, Jamie's on the call, so she'll take note of this and let you know for Karen Allen what she has submitted in Art of Ed. And Jamie will check on that and let you know, okay?
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Tiffany.
Sure.
I have another question about Art of Ed. You mentioned earlier that it's teacher selected. Is it also content, or like, how did you figure out which is which?
So anything that's media techniques, so teaching you how to use an art material, that will be teacher selected. If it's anything to do with teaching, so pretty much everything else, that is content. So if it's classroom management, that's content. If it's mindfulness, that would be content. Does that
All
make
right,
sense?
and which one, how many do you have to have of each one?
18 for content, 12 for teacher selected.
And 12 for teacher selected.
Right.
Okay.
But if you have some like ones that I would typically count as content and you want to use them as teacher selected, you can go that way, but we don't go the
You're
other way.
supposed to have 30 altogether, right?
We need 30 altogether.
Okay.
Although next year there's going to be a change, so we'll need less. So be ready.
We mean it'll be less.
It'll be less next year. So
Good. But, like, my thing is like I was certified. I think I've talked about this before. That I was certified 2017 when I graduated, but I wasn't working as a teacher, and so I wasn't doing the flex classes. Do I still need to have the 160 hours to recertify by
You
this year?
have 5 years to do so.
5 years.
But your professional days that we do all together, those count towards your 130 hours. So it doesn't have to be outside of work time to count.
I know, but like what I'm
for-
saying is like, do I have to like submit to like someone that to like recertify at all?
No. So when you recertify, I actually just did this week. They ask you if you've done your hours and tell you to keep track of them, but you don't have to submit them anywhere. You just need to be able to prove that you've done it if they audit you. So it's kind of like your
but it's just-
taxes where
So it's just like
kinda on your
randomly,
honor.
like it's you randomly.
I don't know of anyone who's been audited, but maybe they do it. I just am not aware of that. But
No, like,
everything in your Eduphoria portfolio, you can use as evidence to show that you've done your hours.
okay, but like my thing is like, I'm pretty sure like. I'm okay. I'm not quite fine. So like, you don't have to like prove that you had 160 hours by the 5th year. And, like,
Only if they audit you,
only if they ought to do.
yes. But they'll just ask you if you've done it. But you should be okay if you go to the professional development days.
All right,
But
and I
if you have more questions about that, why don't you hold to the end? We'll see if anyone else has questions so they can jump off.
I have another question that doesn't have to do with education
Okay.
though.
All right, go ahead.
So one of my students, I think I emailed you about this. She was selected for the Christmas card for the district.
Yes.
And is there a way to get a copy of that card?
Chris said that they were sending them out. I'll check with her again, but that's not through me, so I will ask again.
Yeah,
But
because I've had the
I
parent.
thought that they already were sending them. So,
I haven't seen it.
okay, I will find out.
Thank you.
Sure.
Tiffany, I have a question.
Yes.
So I did all of my remaining flex on our snow days. Yay.
Mhm.
And I was just wondering, I think I might have entered them all as content because I didn't do any media techniques.
Mhm.
Do I need to go resubmit and choose teacher selected for 12 of them, or will it be fine?
I believe that'll be fine. They kind of transfer the other way.
Okay.
But if you just did those, Jamie also could adjust those for you.
Okay.
You
Sorry,
got that, Jamie? For Ashley
was on
Alonso.
Yeah.
Hector, did you get my message about looking in the handbook about what group you're going to be in?
He said yes in the chat. Okay.
Okay.
All right, other questions?
I have a question. It's about Teams. I emailed, I think Wendy about, it's saying that I need to register still. And I thought we did that at our, like our in-person flex at the beginning of the year. So I
Okay,
don't know what I'm doing wrong.
so is it saying you need to register for TAEA or register for Teams? Because those are
I
separate.
think it's Teams and
Okay,
it's
so
like
you still have to
$55.
register.
Okay.
Yeah, every year you have to go into TEA and register and just like refresh your stuff and register that way and then go into Teams and then you re-register again.
But it shouldn't cost money, right? To register for Teams?
So TA, all those A's, they're saying that you don't have a membership this year?
No, I have a TAEA membership. I don't
Okay.
I don't have the Teams membership. The $55.
That's for
membership. Does
TA.
that-
That's just for TA.
TAEA?
Mhm.
So make sure you're
Hmm.
logged in.
Okay.
Call them
Right.
up and ask them and see, there just might be a glitch on your end. Not on your end, but
Okay.
like on the computer.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I had somebody email me yesterday about this because they had the same issue and they said to log back out and try to make sure that you're logged in and it should fix that issue. And if you need any help, you can email me and I'll see if I can get you in touch with TAEA about it.
But you do need to have the number of entries in by tomorrow at midnight. So you need to get that taken care of ASAP. Because they don't let us add extra entries after that.
Do you have to have 10 or can it be
No.
like
The requirement is 1.
promise 1?
Yes. So if it's like your first year, keep a smaller number. But
Second year, but I'm not quite sure how to do it still.
that's fine. Yeah, so just do a few then. You don't have to do the whole 10. Okay. Other questions?
Are we just for the registry? Are we just putting the names and the like all the information about it, the name of the student, the last name, and that? But they want the picture as well.
The picture doesn't have to be in by tomorrow.
Okay, so just the names. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah, so it's the names, and you can actually even adjust. You can even change the names by the deadline.
So then I
No.
guess having those place set though.
You just need those place settings. Yes.
Gotcha. All right.
So I've even changed out kids who, didn't pull through by the end. So with getting that work done in time. So
And the kids have to do writing.
yes, but it is typed into the computer. So it's something where they could write it out and you could type it. You can help them with that.
What kind of questions is it?
They just
I-
ask about the reason why the students did the artwork, and they just might ask them a few questions. You might have to help the kids answer the questions, but it should still be put in their words.
Okay.
And there
I
is
have
a
one last
word minimum on those. So they have like a minimum number of words you have to enter it. So don't wait till the last day, because you might have some follow-up questions for your students. Other questions?
One last question. Can you hear me?
All right, Karen, I think you broke up. What was that again?
I have one last question. I might be out on March the 4th for Saturday school. How do I put that in for a sub?
Wendy, who does that go through?
So I sent you all a list of teachers that are willing to sub.
Oh,
And so
okay.
just go on there, and then what you do is you contact someone, have them say that they're gonna do it, and then you tell your principal and have them connect so your principal knows who's coming in, and then you can just give them like the link or the lesson plan. I know like when I was absent, I made sure I went ahead and cut everything and had everything ready for them to go. So
Okay.
just look in that list, and if you still have any more questions, if you can't get one, you can email me.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Other questions? All right, well, thank you, everyone. And please reach out if you have additional questions.